Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 22 of Europa Universalis IV as Japan. We are currently in a war with a little primitive natives over here. They've only got a single province. We have almost managed to take it over. We have got ourselves another colony. We need to sort that out. And that completed our mission as well. Before we colonise anything else, first of all, do we have a mission to colonise something? We have a mission to colonise Butuan. Now, where is Butuan? It's not for Butuan. Butuan, where are you? You are down there. That's a little bit of a weird place to have one because it's not adjacent. However, we can walk down there. These are all connected up. So let's go down there and we will colonise down there. And also we need to go and create a core. 35 admin points, which is fairly cheap. We need to accept that mission, which I forgot to do. Luckily, Colonist hasn't arrived yet, so we can still take the mission. So that's we will try and colonise all of these islands. It's a little bit weird that it's sending me down there to do it, but it'll give me a little bit more further reach. We will probably end up grabbing all of this. Unfortunately, we are going to end up just getting face rolled by natives all the way down here. The siege is over. We have 100% war score, so let's go ahead and obviously we want to fully annex them. We also want to take all of their money. They've only got 40 ducats, which is pretty poor, but we'll send that demand. That war is now over. Of course, we will also need to core that. It's going to cost us 45 admin, so again, fairly cheap. We might get a revolt there, but that's not too bad. Just want to keep my eye on these guys because they've got to go through a lot of provinces with natives in them. Now, luckily, they usually do quite well against natives because the natives just have such poor tech. And the problem is these islands have such high native population. That one only has 1,000. We didn't have to worry about those too much. This one has 5,000 native pop. So, there we go. Now, I did say that I would use my other colonist to start colonising out in the other direction. That is still the plan. There we go, we've completed that mission. What do we have a choice of now? Manpower needs to recover. We'll accept it anyway. I don't know when we're going to go to war next. It'll probably be in a couple of years with Korea, actually, so we probably never get to finish that mission. We're not actually making any money at the moment, so I don't think we're going to be using that second colonist just yet. Natives rising up again. We should be okay. We should be able to recover enough. We are reinforcing, which is one of the reasons why we are not making any money. So, one thing that I think I will keep my army maintenance up now, mainly because we are having to reinforce the guys fighting the natives. We have some manpower, so we can reinforce, and some of our truces are now starting to expire, and I don't want to be sort of jumped on and not have my army maintenance at full. It looks like there are still a couple of natives around that, you know, they may migrate. We can go after these guys again in a little while. We have finished our exploration, and it's another reason why it's good having these provinces, because having the provinces up here means we can do more exploring. What are you going to do now? I guess you can still carry on with California for the time being. How much did we discover over here? We've actually discovered the coast now. We haven't discovered any of the land, so we can't start colonizing over here yet. We need to uncover that terra incognita, but I'm sure that we will. What have we got over here? We can go ahead and increase this autonomy straight away. Still has 7.6% unrest. Now, admittedly, some of that is coming from the intolerance. Most of it is coming from the separatism. Randomly losing 50 Diplo power. Again, that absolutely sucks. How useful are those men being? That having the army there should be stopping it. Yeah, friendly troops minus 1.5. Not a great deal. We are getting rid of some of the overextension, though. Getting rid of the overextension, again, helps. But yeah, as soon as we've got rid of any potential chance for a rebellion, we could move over here. There's only 1,000 natives, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to break off one lot of troops. I'm going to send you guys over here, and then we will go and send our other colonist. Hopefully we can afford to sustain both colonies at the same time. The other problem with these colonies is because they're all in sort of glacial territories. You know, they all have harsh winters, and they're all Arctic provinces. Is they take a lot longer because you get -10 local settler increase. So they take a much longer time to colonise than the provinces down here do anyway. So we'll leave things as they are for now. We are still making some money. Yeah, 4.8 ducats. It's not terrible. It'd be nice if it was a little bit more. I really don't want to decrease my my military funding. Now then, in terms of Korea, Korea have once again allied themselves with Wu. And that's a big pain, because Wu is always a problem to us. We should make sure that we're still fabricating on Korea. I've completely forgotten to do this. Let's make sure we fabricate on as many of their provinces as we can. Because it is my intention to try and take another large bite out of them. Wu doesn't have... Well, he does have... He's got 28,000 troops. You are currently in a war with Z, though. So that's not too bad. I think I've still got more men than both of them combined, and we can easily wipe out Korea. The question is, if I do get the opportunity to go to war with Korea again, is Ming still willing to join me? Now, Ming and I are still friends. Let's go ahead and just make sure we improve relations. He's friendly towards me. We've got a bit of border fiction, but we'll try and cap out our relationship with him, and then hopefully he will join another war against Korea and deal with Wu for us. So there we go. I know people were saying they like big country names. Unfortunately now, Japan has now moved from the island of Japan and is now in what was Korea and this area over here. Well, it does hang on. Lose 20 Diplo. Natives lose 2 aggressiveness. Or gain 10 prestige. I don't really want to keep losing Diplo power. We'll take the prestige. It does actually say Japan on Japan, but it's very, very tiny writing. Hasn't made it much bigger. You can see it if I zoom in. It just disappears at that zoom level. So it is there. But yeah, it looks like Japan is mainly over here. But we shall keep growing. Yeah, there's definitely some battles going on over here. Ming's probably in... Yeah, Ming's nearly always in wars. So, Ming is a defender against Chu in the Chu-Zi War. Ming is a defender. And you are the attacker against Z. What's going on with that? Let's have a look. So, in the ledger, we want countries. No, we don't. We want relations. We want current wars. And we are looking... for one that I cannot see for some reason. Am I going blind? Look at that, the Palatinate's on a conquest. Why can I not see... Oh, there it is. Going blind. So you've got Chu and Wu on one side, and you've also got Ming. So Ming is already fighting against Wu anyway. And doing a pretty good job of it, by the looks of things. Now, Wu does still have his army, but I think they're going to be preoccupied with Ming. So we want to try and make sure we can fabricate as many claims over here as we can. And as soon as our truce is up, which is going to be this... Is it going to be this year? Yeah, October. So how are we doing for money? We still have some. Let's go ahead and get this fort back online. Do we need to get our ships? We don't really need transports. We might need the heavies. And we might need the lights. Although Ming's got him blockaded, which is good. What does he have there? Mainly galleys. And he's got a few lights. Let's go ahead and unmothball the heavies, just in case we do need them. Now, obviously, this is going to be costing a fair bit of money. Now, somebody asked me a few days ago why I... never, or well, I won't say never, I do it every now and then, but why I hardly ever raise war taxes. Now, raising war taxes costs you military power. I think it's 50 military power for 2 years, I think. Can't remember now. It's under here, isn't it, war taxes? Why can I never remember where it is? I'm sure it was under stability and expansion. I know you can only do it when you're at war. Maybe that's why the option isn't there. But yeah, when you raise war taxes, I think it's 50 military power for 2 years, and basically it just gives you reduced maintenance costs. The tooltips, the loading screen tips, says that it gives you something else. I can't remember what it is now. But it's been changed. All it does is it gives you, I think it's a 20% reduction to your navy and army maintenance costs. The problem is, though, obviously you're spending military points to do it. I would sooner save military points and use those points to either get good generals or increase military tech. Because doing either of those things means you're going to take fewer losses in battle, which means you're going to spend less money reinforcing. It also means you're going to be able to win wars more quickly, which again means you're going to spend less time at war and less time reinforcing. So it's a valid tactic, but it's not necessarily the right answer. Our explorer has finished exploring, though, so let's go ahead and find something else for him to explore. Let's go and explore the waters of Australia. We'll unpause. So how much of California did you actually find? There we go. We can see that we've got some of the natives over here. Obviously, we don't have any of the Western powers yet, but we can, if we want to, ship some men over there and start colonizing. And we might actually do that. I might ignore this bit for the time being because it's not all that useful. Once we finish colonizing over here, I might get the transports, drop the guys off in this area because we can start colonizing here, and then that means we can go ahead and start fighting against the natives. And that will actually be good if we finish our exploration ideas because we'll have a permanent CB against primitives. Now, do we want to take that 15% morale of armies? Well, yes, of course we do. How are we against Korea at the moment in terms of tech? They're on Tech 9, we're on Tech 9. Military tech, that is. So, it's going to be a while before we get anywhere close to being able to get up to Military Tech 10. We are currently looking at 5 years away. So, I think... I mean, we are falling behind time again, which is not ideal, but extra 15 morale of armies is going to be really, really useful. So let's go ahead and take that. Won't be long before we can declare war. We've almost finished fabricating a claim, and we have. We don't have to wait for that diplomat to return because we have another diplomat we can send. So let's make sure that we at least take Pyongyang, because by taking that, again, we can split what's left of their country up. Anything that we can't take from them, we can sort of sever from the rest of their nation. Of course, we don't have to go straight to war with them. It would be nice to get these heavies fully fixed first. Gain 30 admin or gain army tradition. I've got plenty of admin and army tradition is great. Lose 100 ducats for 10 prestige or lose some admin power. Let's go ahead and grab the... I don't know. Do we want to grab the prestige? Yeah, let's grab the prestige. Why can't I get my next admin... Oh, it's a Diplo idea group, not an admin idea. This is why it's taking so long, because we actually have this... we don't have an admin idea group. Next admin idea is going to be a year away. So in another year, we can grab the next admin idea group. Our truce with Korea has now ended. We've lost our claim on Wonju, which is this province here. We want to take that. Well, oh, we've converted some heretics. Let's make sure we keep converting a few more. So let me just have a look at the trade map mode. Yep, so we want to take Wonju, Gyeonggi, and this one here. These three provinces, because they're all part of the Nippon trade node. Now, we can't get a claim on this one, unfortunately. Yes, we can. We share a sea zone with it, so we can actually get a claim on that one. So, again, I'm not going to go to war with them straight away, because I would like to try and get a couple more claims on them if I can. Means it'll cost me less Diplo when I do go to war with them. But obviously, I would like to... oh, we've been called to arms. Brilliant. Yeren has called us to arms in their conquest against Korea. So, Yeren has declared war against Korea. Yeah, when I wanted them to come in, they wouldn't. Now, I can lose 20 prestige by declining. Nope, there's a plan. There's a way around this. So, what we do here is we say, okay, we are going to declare war against Korea. Yes, I just said that I wanted to get more claims against them, but we can't really do that. We do have a decent army over here. We can have more leaders. So, first of all, let's go and move our leader who is over in, up there, wherever he is. We can hire a second leader, so let's go ahead and get ourselves another general. He's pretty good. So we've got 2 armies now, we've got 2 generals. So what we're going to do, we don't want to get involved in this war, because if we get involved in this war, we're going to be a secondary party, which means that we're not going to be able to negotiate on the terms that we want. However, we don't really want to decline, because we don't want to lose the 25 prestige. So what we're going to do, we're going to ignore this for the second. We are going to go to Korea, and we are going to... Oh, they've changed it, those dirty bastards. So this is obviously something I hadn't realised. What you used to be able to do is, when you had a pending call to arms, you used to be able to just go and declare war yourselves directly, and then click accept. And when you click accept, you wouldn't actually get called in because you're already at war with them. So you wouldn't be involved in their war, but you wouldn't be declining. And because you're not declining, that would mean that you didn't lose the prestige. In that case, I'm just going to go ahead and decline and start my own war anyway. So we lose some prestige, but we're about to go to war with our rival. So we're going to get the prestige back. That is not a problem. The question is, do I want to wait and try and fabricate another claim somewhere? What I don't want to happen is I don't want Yeren to get down here, and I actually have too many military leaders now. Gain 10 prestige and lose the stability, or lose the money. We're going to lose the money, because I don't actually want to end up losing any stability at this point. So I really do need to go and declare a war with them. We've managed to get that done. What have you got there? Mainly transports. We do have our heavies. It's a shame we're over military leaders now. At some point we were allowed to have 3. I don't know where we were getting that bonus from. Maybe it was a power projection thing. You need to have 25 power projection. That is quite strange. If we were to get rid of one of them, I don't know, they're both very good. If I was to get rid of anyone, it'd be the Explorer, but I think we'll... It's a shame, because you pay Diplo power to get a... you pay Diplo power to get a Explorer, but it costs you military power for being over the number of leaders, which is a little bit harsh. Again, we want to stop being over the relationship limit, and then we get an extra Diplo power each year. So I've just got to be careful over here. Yeah, Yeren are actually moving in now. I didn't think they'd come through into Ming. Now, where are they heading? They're probably going to go into there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to split off one regiment, and he's going to move into this province. And I'm going to go ahead and declare my war with Korea now, because I don't want him sieging stuff out. So we're going to go to war with Korea. We are going to make... Well, that can be our thing, this one here. None of our allies will come in, that's fine. They don't have any allies themselves now, actually. They're not even allied with Wu. So we're at war with Korea. We'll be fine. You guys are going to march straight into there. They don't even have their fort active. Whoopee. I don't know where Korea's army is. It says our ports are being blockaded. So obviously somewhere around Korea... Oh, hang on. Korea are trying to drop some ships up there. Now, how fast can our heavies get there, and what do they have? They have 4 galleys and 6 transports. We failed our mission, because obviously we've declared war. We're not going to get our manpower back. Accumulate money. I'd love to be able to get that. Let's go and try and sink their navy if we can, because... it's a navy, and maybe we can sink it. So we've engaged the navy. I just need to keep my eye on their army in case they've got one down here. You're going to go in and siege that province. Now, who's the siege leader here? Is actually myself. So that is very, very good. Let's just keep our eye on this, because we are heavies against galleys. We don't want to lose a ship if we can help it. We might end up losing... Right, we lost... No, we actually won the battle. We sunk a few ships. What we need to do now is go and land over here somewhere. We have won the siege. Now, these guys are going to move out. We can't beat them anywhere. It depends where they want to go. If they siege anything, it's probably just going to be a single province. They're actually going down here. Okay, what have we got here? Military access from Yeren. Decline. No, you're not coming through. So who's the leader down here? I am actually the leader. Okay, that's cool. So what I'm going to do, I'll take some from this army because it makes it a little bit easier. Let's take one guy from you. You're going to go into this province. You've got to be careful when you do this sometimes, because what happens is you can give up the siege if you select other units. But what I should be able to do, please make this work, is select you and just move you up there. And then hopefully you should still be leading this siege. Going to show me the siege? Yep, I'm still the attacker. Good stuff. So that now means that... Where are you going? This now means that I have my troops on all of Korea's provinces, which means nobody else should be able to attack them. It's all good stuff. So Korea is almost fully sieged at this point. What do we have here? Is this our... Are our lights not protecting trade? Did I not send these guys back to Nippon? Did I make a mistake? Is that why we've not been making money? Have I not been working trade all this time? What have they got there? 3 lights, 3 galleys. We need to wait until the heavies are repaired before we can sort of move in there. But like I said, Korea are almost fully occupied. And by almost fully occupied, I mean they have 1 province left. Let's go ahead. Well, actually, all you guys can move out of there now. You don't all need to be in there. Let's move all of you out. And we've just got this 1 province left to siege, and then that is Korea fully sieged. What are you up to in terms of repairs? 1 more month. So we'll wait until the end of August. We'll get you to move out here. They've actually already moved out to sea there. Now, I could put my explorer in charge of that fleet. I don't think there is a great need to. But we're over the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to end the video here and we will continue this next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying this playthrough of EU4. And remember, if you have liked it, consider giving the video a like. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you'd like to help support me in the channel, I have a completely optional Patreon account, which most of you know about by now, but some of you still do not, because I keep getting people telling me, oh, I never knew you had one. But it is completely optional, and the link to it is in the description below the video. So, until next time, goodbye for now.